Ladies of Another View, and I want to welcome back our guest, Craig DeLuz, with Project 21. Welcome back to the show, Craig. We were talking about the education system really letting down our kids and leading them down the path of imbecility. Did I say that right? And I saw on your Twitter account something you posted. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and you can go ahead and read it, and we'll talk about it.
Right.
I don't know if you can
see
that.
With Democrats and the media continually demonizing Donald Trump, it was easy to predict something like this would happen. Can we please get back to respectful disagreement based on policy? It's time to end the politics of personal destruction.
Okay, so I have a video of him getting shot, but I'm going to skip that right now so the producers can hear me. I want to go into, based on what you just said, we need to speak more respectfully, not hateful, not inciting violence. So I have a minute and a half to see what the Dems have been feeding their followers, and then we'll talk about that.
Be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
I feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the...
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
I apologize for ending on a cackle like that. I thought of cutting it out because it's so obnoxious. But Keith, this is so hateful, and this is not the kind of political rhetoric I grew up with. Can you comment on this?
Well, it goes even beyond that. Keep in mind that Democrats, the mainstream media, academia, all the way up to the president of the United States himself, have been comparing Donald Trump to Hitler, making comments like, you know, if he is elected, it's going to be the end of democracy, that homosexuals and people in the media are going to be disappeared, that black people are going to be put back in chains. Now, you keep continually putting out that sort of rhetoric, and these are individuals who have credibility on the left. These are not like non-mainstream people. You keep saying that, and then all of a sudden we start to see polls, and the media starts reporting that Donald Trump is pretty much guaranteed to win, that this is his election to lose. Now, we do have crazies on the right, and they have crazies on the left. You cannot tell me that you cannot think that somebody is going to latch onto that and act upon it. Now, if we were to hold any of those individuals, including and up to President Biden, to the same standard that his Department of Justice has tried to hold Donald Trump for what occurred on January 6th, well, then, one, somebody needs to be impeached. But then number two, perhaps some people need to be brought up on federal charges. Now, I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying that at a certain point, we have to start to realize that the things we say have an impact, in particular when you are the president of the United States. And I've always believed that, you know, Donald Trump has never really or truly appreciated sometimes that what he says and how he says it is important because it impacts and it changes things. Same thing with Joe Biden. Same thing with the speaker, but more so when you are president of the United States. But I think even for the average person, when you are a person who has some credibility, when you are a person who has some name, you need to stop and think, look, how I say things, how I address my concerns or express my concerns about somebody, about their policies, is important. It's important that I focus on the policies, that I not get caught up in the personalities, that hyperbole is not something that I engage in, but that I focus on what are the real world impacts of the things that that individual or that political party might do or might occur should they gain power. And that I do so in a thoughtful manner. And unfortunately, we don't have that anymore. And we've got to get that back. Otherwise, we're going to see more January 6th. Otherwise, we're going to see more assassination attempts, such as what happened with the congressional baseball game, such as what happened this past weekend.
Well, I just think, I mean, when you're on late talk shows, daytime talk shows, saying I'll just punch them if I don't agree with them. You're having young children, high school kids, impressionable minds, seeing this and saying, well, you have someone, they're laughing about it, celebrities, this and this and that. So why can't I do the same? They're saying it. Why not?
Well, and it's not just celebrities. Like I said, we're talking about up to and including that. You just saw a video with the vice president of the United States saying it. You've had you have video with the president saying it. I mean, if they are saying it, why isn't it something that someone else, how do you not expect someone else to potentially act upon it?
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's this figures that are so high up need to be more respectful. I mean, as humankind, we are so delusional on our words. There's no consequences for what you say, whether it's on media, whether it's in person with someone. There's just no consequences, and no one's being held accountable. You can just say whatever you want, and it's just creating this turmoil in our country.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the left kind of has a free pass? The mainstream media gives them a free pass, and then Trump says something that's very common to the English language, and they'll pounce on it. So, I mean, I hope that maybe this can be a turning point. We only have 30 seconds, but what do you think?
Well, I think the left tends to focus on intentions. And so as a result, they always assume that anything that a Republican or Trump says is bad and evil. And anything that they say, well, even if it sounds bad, they really didn't mean it that way. So that's why they get a pass.
Yeah. So enough for the free passes, right? Let's hold people accountable. So thank you.